Good evening to all the dear Dhamma friends once again. So before we start the program, as usual, we are going to welcome each and every meditator who are joining with us today. So together, every one of us will say 3 times sadhu, sadhu, sadhu to welcome all the dear Dhamma friends. Sadhu,
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 sadhu. Very good evening to everyone. Hope all of you will have a very good Dhamma evening. An evening with the development of Dhamma, in the Dhamma. Today is the 30th July of 2021. Month of July is also over. And upcoming month is August. And you are not going to we are not going to meet together once again in this very month of 2021. It's gone. This is how the life is. It's always continuously changing. And you can't rest. You have to go with the flow, understanding that it is flowing and not postponing things during the due times. So if you have to do anything on any specific time, if you schedule, don't postpone that, because you don't know what will happen in the next moment. Anything can happen. So don't easily postpone anything. So make good use of the remaining lifetime of you, and try to do those things on time. At the same time, try to develop in the Dhamma path too. So today, before I start, there are some Dhamma friends who discussed with me about the toxic people, how to deal with the toxic people, because sometimes when you practice the Dhamma path too, you meet such kind of people, and at the same time in our daily lives too, we meet such kind of people. So in brief, so if you have such kind of people who will say that by meditating you won't gain anything. So if there is any person who discourages you from doing any good thing, you understand that is a friend, that is a foe, that is an enemy who is in disguise of a friend. So and at the same time, you need to understand that without developing anger, you might have met people who are worse than this. When you think like that, so you will be able to control your mind from the impacts, from the things that those those toxic people do to harm you or to make you angry. You will be able to control yourself. Actually, there are many people who have met worse people like this than this. So control yourself and deal with such kind of people in 4 ways: Sama, Dana, Bheda, Danda. So number 1, please talk with such kind of people peacefully. Try to find a peaceful moment, a moment that they are happy, that you are happy, and at such times that is a good time for a good conversation. Talk with them and settle the matter. And Dan, give something that person does like. If you have to let go something, please let it go, because more than everything, mental happiness and mental peace is more important than having any amount of material things. So let go. So then third thing, so if that doesn't work too, then you can make boundaries with such kind of people. So understand the boundary and keep a distance. Keep a distance from those people. So number 4, done there. So if such kind of people don't listen to you, then that is the time. And if that person behaves the same, harmfully towards you, and more toxically towards you, so that is the time that you need to let such people go. Let such people go from your life. That means you have to let them go. You have to, that means you have to get rid of them. So that is the fourth thing. So Sama, peaceful talk, Dana, giving something, and Bheda, maintaining the distance, and Danda, letting those people go from your life. That means you completely stay away without contacting such people. So that's how you need to do. So that's how you need to deal with toxic people. If any one of you have more questions about that, and you can ask me later on after the session. So today too, we are going to practice Vipassana meditation and breathing meditation for the newcomers. If there is a newcomer, I kindly would like to request to practice breathing meditation. When the breath is coming in, be completely aware. When it is going out, be completely aware. So be aware whether the breath is long or breath is short. Whether the breath is soft or whether the breath is gross, and continuously keep on focusing on your own breath and develop your inner peace and inner concentration. Today, the Vipassana meditators, they will practice. They will move forward, and they will start observing the stomach area too. So you started observing from the top of your head, and then you learned how to observe this whole head area. So focus and partition the whole head area and observe the whole head area part by part, pitch by pitch, observing the sensations and understanding that they are impermanent. And then please pay your attention to your face area, and from the forehead to the chin. Keep on observing and keep on scanning part by part, pitch by pitch, observing each and every natural, normal sensations that you can experience on each and every part, and understanding the nature of impermanence. And then please observe your whole neck area, then your right hand, then your left hand, now your stomach area. So at first, please observe your chest area, the chest area. Then after that, observe the stomach area. Some of you, if you are advanced, if your concentration is high, sometimes you might feel the inner sensations too, the sensations of the inner body parts too. For now, please don't observe them. If you feel, that's fine, but just keep on observing the sensations on the surface level of your body. The sensations that you can experience on the surface level of your body. So whatever the sensation that you experience, let it be heat, let it be coldness, let it be pulsing sensation, itching sensation, or twinkling sensation, or whatever, hardness, numbness, in blood circulatory sensation, let it be any sensation. Let it be a sensation that you already know by name. Let it be a sensation that you don't know by name. Just observe it as it is, with the understanding that this sensation is also impermanent, changing, changing, changing. Right? Now, everyone, please sit nicely, relax yourself. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please close your eyes and relax. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, very alert, very attentive, equanimous mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. May your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Everyone, please start your meditation. Now, let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. Please don't open your eyes. Stay the same. Only if you are a beginner, that means a new meditator, you can change your posture. If not, the old meditators, they can stay the same. Very calmly, we will share our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. Let's start from yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful, very peaceful. May I come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May I enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. Just like me, may my mother, may my father, may my relatives and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they also come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May they enjoy, may they attain and enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. Just like me, may all my enemies also share, accept my loving kindness. Whatever the things that they did to hurt me, I forgive them. For everything that I did to hurt them, I ask forgiveness. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May my enemies come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May they enjoy, may they attain and enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. just like me. May all beings in this whole universe, let them be animals, human beings, birds, reptiles, fish, or anyone. Let them be visible or invisible, powerful or weak, clever or not clever, big or small. Regardless of their differences, I share my loving kindness with all the beings in this universe. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings come out of anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, and all the negativities. May all beings attain and enjoy real peace, real happiness, real happiness. Now everyone, very slowly, please open your eyes, relax yourself, please unmute, and please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu.
Dear Dhamma friends, so today we started observing this, the stomach area. So the middle part of your body. So middle part of your body means, so the stomach area means it includes this whole middle part, front, middle part of your body. That means both your hearts. So the breast areas. Then after that, the whole stomach area. This whole area is a big part. So always make sure that you partition, that you break this whole area into various parts by mind and observe the sensations part by part. Not very small areas, but considerably to a few, break them to a few areas as you can mentally, and observe part by part. So that's how you will observe this whole front area, front middle part of your body. So gradually we are learning we are learning about the understandings that we gain by practicing this meditation technique too. So we learned that first of all, by practicing this meditation technique, Vipassana meditation, we develop right understanding about the Four Noble Truths, and right understanding about three characteristics of our life, mainly about impermanence, this changing phenomenon. When you understand these truths, when you understand the nature of impermanence, you start to develop right concepts. What are the right concepts that we develop? So, first right concept, as I mentioned last week, is the concept that we develop to come out of all the negativities. So we develop a concept to come out of all the negativities. Second concept that we develop is we develop a concept of non-violence. So whatever it happens, you determine that you won't harm anyone. Number three, third concept that you develop is whatever it happens, I won't get angry. So whatever it happens, you develop a concept to stay calm, and you understand that no use of getting angry, angry for a changing phenomenon, changing incident, changing person. So you develop calmness instead of getting angry. So, and these are the three concepts that we develop. And then, because of these three concepts, the first thing that we develop is the first thing that we develop is right speech. So, right speech, human beings want to communicate with the other people. That's how we, not only human beings, all the beings, we want to communicate. So to communicate, we use our words, the verbal ability that we gain by nature. So we use words to communicate with the other people. A knife can be used. We can use a knife to cut mangoes, apples, and such kind of fruits and vegetables. At the same time, someone can use this very knife to harm another person. The word is the same. This tongue, this mouth is just like a knife. You can use good words, and at the same time, you can use this very mouth, these very words, to harm the other people with bad words. To make other people, we can use this very mouth, these very words, to make the other people uncomfortable. We can use these words, this mouth, in both ways. So for human beings, for the beings, this mouth is a knife. So before we understand what are the right words, we need to understand what are the wrong words. If we speak any word which is harmful, which is not beneficial, and at the same time, which brings harm, not only for you, not only for the others, for both sides. Or sometimes you might not get harmed, but the other people will get harmed. So such kind of words are called as wrong words, bad words. So there are four kinds of bad words. According to Buddha's teaching, Musavada, Pisunavacha, Parusavacha, and Sampappalapa. Those taste language. Musavada, lies. If we tell lies, that's a bad speech. That's a misuse. That's a way of misusing the words. So when something happens, if you don't tell that, and if you tell that something, tell it as something else has happened. So if you cover the truth, and if you say something untrue, which is not something exact, that is a lie. Telling lies is practicing bad speech. So as human beings, as wise people, we, even for a joke, we should not tell lies. Why? Because when you told a lie, to cover that, you have to tell another hundreds or thousands of lies. So thousands of lies cannot make one truth. Lies are lies. So we should not tell lies. Telling lies is a practice of wrong speech. Number 2, Pisunavacha. So there are people, sometimes there are friends, there are people, there are groups, with the intention of separating them. If you practice separative speech, if you tell, listening to this person, and if you go and tell what this person said to the other person, with the notion, with the thought of separating them, breaking their friendship, that is a separative speech. Hearing from this person, if you go and tell to the other person to break them up, that's a separative speech. That's a misuse of words, and that's wrong practice of wrong speech, bad speech. Then some Parusavacha, saying vulgar words. So there, among the words, there are words which the public have accepted as good words. There are a portion of words that public accept as nice words, right words, correct words to use. And among them, there are some words which are very rude, which are very not pleasant, and which are not good to use. And the public doesn't approve if we talk that. So using such kind of words is practice of wrong speech. So telling lies is practice of wrong speech. And then after that, practicing separative speech is a wrong speech. And practicing vulgar speech, using vulgar words, is a wrong practice of words. And then number 4, Sampappalapa. So some people keep on talking about various kinds of topics which are useless. So some people talks for hours about various players, about politics, about such kind of things which are not useful for you, which are not useful for the talker, which are not useful for the listener, for both. And it wastes the time, precious human time, because we don't have a lot of time to waste for such kind of wrong speech. So using meaningless meaningless words, that is also a practice of wrong speech. So there are 4 kinds of wrong speeches: using, telling lies, telling separative speech, telling so vulgar words, and telling meaningless words. Then what is the right speech? If we talk words which are true, which are 100% correct, which are very sure for us as right, and so which are loving, which are kind, which are compassionate, when we hear them, if you use words, when we hear them, that we become so much entertained. That means so much that we feel pleasant and comfortable, and which are good to memorize. That means good to keep in mind, and which are not separating, which are not meaningless, which are not vulgar, which are uh, considered by the public as nice and right. So if you use such kind of words, that's a practice of good speech, right speech. Even even when we tell the truthful words, that means if even though we tell the truth, at such times too, there are moments that we need to consider before we tell that truth too. Some people think that they are so much truthful, so they always tell what comes to their mind. True, uh, we should tell the truth, but we need to think 5 things. We need to focus on 5 things before we'll tell the truth. It may be a truth, but think first whether this is 100% true, this is the right time to say this, or not the right time to say this. There are some truths which are outdated, so if you tell that, nobody will get benefited. This is not the right time to say it. Let's say someone is very angry. If you say this truth, that person will become more angry. That person will become furious. So this is not a good time to say that truth. So you have to check the time, whether this is the right time or the wrong time. Then number 2, you have to focus whether this is 100% true or not 100% true. Because there may be sometimes hearsays. You might have heard it from people who are accountable, who always tell the truth. You might have the confidence, but we don't know. We are not exactly sure. So if we are not exactly sure about that information, even though we believe it as true, at such times better to keep quiet. Number 3 is you have to consider whether this is beneficial or not beneficial for the listener. So there are truths. If you say that it is not beneficial, so it is not beneficial for yourself and for the other people or others who listen to it. So number 4, there are truths. First of all, before we say that, we have to consider whether I should use the soft tone or the gross tone. At the beginning, you have to use the tone of softness. You have to use soft words, nice words. But there are people who don't understand that. So at such times, out of compassion only for that person, you will use strict words. So not vulgar words, but tough words. So you have to check whether I should tell this truth in a soft voice or a rough voice. Number 5, you have to consider whether I should say this. I am telling this truth out of anger or out of loving kindness. Some people can tell the truth, but they tell that truth out of anger. So out of hatred, that's not a practice of right speech. Only if we say any truth, we have to understand that we must say that with loving kindness. Loving kindness towards the person, towards the person who listens to them. So this is the fifth way of saying the truth. So fifth way of considering before you tell a truth. So don't practice those 4 kinds. Avoid those 4 kinds of wrong speeches and develop the right speech. And even when you tell the truth, please use these 5 methods. These 5 methods before you tell that truth. So consider these 5 things before you tell that truth. In brief, whether this is the right time or the wrong time. And number 2, whether this is 100% true or not 100% true. Whether this is beneficial for the listener or not beneficial for the listener. And whether I should use the rough tone or the soft tone. And finally, you have to think whether I am telling this truth with anger or with loving kindness. So these are the ways that you have to consider, and these are the ways that we can practice the right speech. So your more you develop yourself little, you are developing little by little. From at the beginning, you develop right understanding, then you develop right concepts. Now you are going to develop little by little right speech. And next week, we are going to learn about right actions. So not only you start practicing the right speech because of those right concepts, you are going to practice, you will start to practice the right actions too. It happens for the Vipassana meditator when he or she develops in the practice. So we are going to discuss it in the next week. So today too, all of us go together and practice this meditation very ardently, and all of us by that we accumulated a lot of positive energy. Let's share that positive energy with everyone. Before I conclude, I would like to share my thanks, my gratefulness with all the devotees who sent their condolences, and some of you came, and so all of you know that my grandma passed away last week. So all of you, most of you sent your condolences and called me, and some of you came with flowers and donations and cards, and thank you for everything. And I really appreciate it, and I'm so thankful for all those things. And let's conclude. Please think, by the power of all this positive energy, may all the good things happen in your life. May all your troubles be away. So during this is the pandemic time, we wish you good health, and safety too. And practicing this Dhamma path, this noble practice, very ardently. May all of you be able to come out of all the negativities, and may all of you attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. So everyone, to get blessings, please concentrate. Join your palms together and please concentrate. Abhivadana silise nichang vada pachai Chataru dhamma vadanti Ayuvang no sukang balang Ayurarogya sampatti Sagga sampatti me vache Ato nibbana sampatti Iminati samijjatu. May all of you be well. May all of you be happy. May all of you be very, very peaceful. Very, very peaceful. Good night to everyone.
Sadhu.
If you have a question, please stay. If not, you can leave. Good night to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Bhante.
May you be happy, Miss Diane. Good night.
Thank you, Bhante.
May you be happy. Good night, Mr. Jaime. Good night. Good night, Mr. Huad. Jayantarandir, Rajamami. Good night.
Good night, Tiruvatsanai.
Tiruvatsanai. Tiruvatsanai. Good night, Mr. Huad.
I was going to stay for a moment, Bhante.
Oh, right.
I don't know if Jayanta has anything she needs to talk to you about.
All right. No, I think.
I just was going to share with you, when you had told me that your grandmother had died, I was thinking about what a great gift she left in this world for us, namely you, to spread loving kindness and peace and spread the Dhamma and the three jewels.
Yeah, she was so proud of that, and I helped. I helped a lot. Wait for a moment, please.
Yes.
Wait for a moment, please.